Holy dude. Wow, dude. Boom. That was what was on here before, dude. All right, we gotta go. Wow. Otto! All right, ready?
888-7663 Stellar Roofing.
Good morning, everyone. So we are going through a day in Stellar again. We are headed over to another metal roof. This one's a big one. It's one of the biggest ones we've had in a couple months here, but not uncommon. It's about 45 square. There's a lot of intricate stuff the homeowner wants to do. He's had previous ice damming issues. He's got electrical heated coils all over his roof. We're redoing his whole fascia, his soffit, tearing everything off, rebuilding everything new, and solving all his problems in the process. He went with a lot of crazy different colors and schemes to match his metal, and so his fascia matches his soffit. He's getting new aluminum soffit. We're also wrapping his whole roof with a ice and water so that it's a complete sealed product. I mean, once this metal goes on, he'll never have an issue again. He'll never have to worry again. So we're headed over to the job now. We're a couple minutes away. We'll go through everything when we get there, and we'll kind of give you guys a before and after glimpse of a day in the metal department at Stellar Roofing. We're going to be pulling up any minute here, and you will see this beautiful house in the neighborhood. It's in a very, very nice neighborhood in Rochester. How you doing?
Good, great. Good, great. Glad to get this going.
Yeah, we're getting started. Everything's going good. Here's my card.
All right. Thank you.
All right. And cut. So we're here tearing everything off, gutting this whole roof completely. It is 4,500 square feet. It's a big house, a lot of little intricate valleys, lots of ridge, a lot of intricate brickwork where we have to counterflash the brick, grind into the brick. We got skylights, we got vents, pipe boots, and there's about 4 different plates on this house. He has currently wood soffits with little vents in, and he's having a lot of issues with ventilation. So our main priority on this job is to solve that problem for him. We're trying to get rid of any ventilation issues, any ice damming issues. So number one, before everything, when we start a job, we protect the property to the max. Everyone's house, we treat it as our own. We cover every square inch with tarps. His hot tub right below us here, we got that covered with plywood. We cover everything. He's got very expensive trees in the front, tarps all the way across the whole front yard so everything comes down. Currently, we have removed all the heating cables. We're gonna be pulling off this satellite dish for him, and we're gonna get this project started. We're here, we're looking at a couple issues. One of the main issues I was explaining the customer is having is ventilation issues. He's getting mold in his attic, mold on all the plywood. The roof itself it's a very weird shape. I mean, you got a bunch of platforms just like this one. We get about 3 feet of ridge vent here. You got about 10 feet here. And then he's got little soffit caps. They're about 2-inch holes, drilled every 12 to 24 inches along his whole entire soffit. It's not circulating properly. So what we're here to do today is strip everything down, cover all this with ice and water, get the ridges opened up properly, and all the soffit areas, we're gonna be pulling out a sufficient enough amount where we can actually do aluminum soffitting across this entire front, lower, back of this house. So the air will come in, go through, and be able to proper circulate through his ridge vent. He may not have enough ridge vent in some areas, but if it's done properly, the homeowner will never have to worry about this issue again. Some of the other concerns we were going through on the roof is whoever did the roof prior, they did a lot of his nails. We got a lot of nails. We got ripped shingles here. That's like a guaranteed leak. None of it's sealed. We have more nails, no sealant. We got a lot of moss buildup, and that's just more common because of the trees. His whole house is surrounded with trees. There's trees above every roof here. It was just a very poor job. It may have saved some money in the beginning, but when you come through and you look at it and you start lifting some shingles, you're finding nails, low nails, nails that are right in between shingles. Rain's just getting right into them. We have, over here, we have flashing up against the wall. Rain, any driven rain will get underneath that flashing and go right into his valley and leak right into his house. It's just a very poor design, whoever put this roof together. So, as we were just tearing off the roof, we found that there is flat roofing covered with tar and rock granules in here. And whoever did the upper roof just came in and shingled right over it. Didn't remove anything, and now this whole roof's covered with rocks. I mean, it makes sense. When you actually look at this roof, you can see the waves in the shingles. And it may not have been apparent when he first did the roof 20 years ago, but now after, a year or two and it settles in, you can really see that there's an uneven surface under these shingles. This was, like I said, it was a very big project. We planned it out for weeks. We went through everything with a fine-tooth comb. Me and John sat down many nights after dinner, talked this out. Not many homes do this, but he wanted his whole roof covered in ice and water. And I like to use this ice and water. It's a little more expensive, but when you're doing metal, it's easier to work on. Everything seals really tight and nice. You could tell that we overlapped everything perfectly. And right here on the brick where I was telling you about earlier, it comes up the wall. So we'll have his metal panels ran down. You'll have a little ridge here, a ridge there, panels running down. And the counter will be grinded either in a stepping pattern, down, or it'll just be one straight metal line and we'll grind through it. He did have a previous stepping pattern on the old roof, so it's gonna be his preference. We try to give the customer as much options as we can throughout the whole process, and this is just another one that he gets to choose from. So we're gonna keep moving. We're getting the rest of the roof covered with ice and water, fixing some wood damage, replacing a skylight, a couple bathroom vents, and we'll show you what happens next. So we're going through a couple things I spotted. They had an addition on the back, but more importantly, the customer was having issues with his ventilation. He had all those electrical wires around the ridge of the eaves of the house to protect against ice damming. And really a lot of it stems from the fact that his home wasn't ventilating properly. And whoever did it previously, most of the ridges aren't even cut so that air can get through the ridge vent. I mean, this whole side's not even cut. This is jagged. There's like a 1/4 of an inch there, an inch over there, 1/4 of an inch. Needs to be done properly. So we're gonna cut this evenly across it, snap a line, open this ridge up so it's ventilating properly, open that ridge up. The addition over here, we're getting under right now because we are running metal, so we need it to sit flat. So we're gonna pull this little ghetto idea somebody put together. We're pulling the shingles out and running the wood. Probably replace that piece of wood with one that's gonna fit and run smooth right into this. And then we'll have a proper valley. We won't have to worry about the flashing and everything will be done right. So I just wanted to go through a brief layout of the timeline for this intricate and this complicated of a metal job. Day one, we do the tear off. We tarp the entire roof, get everything covered, protect the homeowner's property, and do the full tear off. That takes about a day. Now remember, this is a 45 square job. This is a big roof. Most homes are not this size, and it's done in a day. The next day we come in, we put the metal on. That could run a day, up to 2 days, could even take 3 depending on the valleys and the complication. Now for this specific roof, I think we'll have it done in about a day, maybe 2. Then with the soffit and all new fascia, that will be the final finishing days. That could be, roughly about 2 days to wrap this whole house with soffit and fascia. And then we come in a couple days later and we throw gutters on and the job's complete. we are back here at our 45 square metal roof job. Now we brought some bathroom vents. We got to go through the whole project. Remember how I went through and I said there was a lot of intricate stuff going on this job? Well, John had ice damming issues prior to this roof being put on. So he decided he wanted the franchise wrap. In our industry, we sell, it's called franchise wrap because what it does is it comes down the roof, wraps behind your fascia metal, down your fascia board. We end up putting your fascia metal over that, and then your gutters go over that. So it's literally a perfectly sealed, 100% leak-proof process. I mean, you can see right now as where we stand, we got one side of the house done. We're gonna counter flash all of the bricks along the wall from the roof to the wall. It's gonna have counter flashing dug into. I haven't decided if I'm gonna do step down or if we're just gonna do one straight line. I have to talk to the customer, but both options are available. We're going through this whole process so that my customer, so that he never has any more issues. When we do a metal job, the whole purpose is so that the customer never has to deal with the roof again. This is a one and done situation. Most people, they will not outlive their roof. So here, he spends a little bit more money to get everything done right, but his headache, all the issues he's had in the last 15 years, which I have a sheet that he gave me full of them. None of them will be a part of this roof. This roof is a whole new beginning for John and his wife. Stellar, day 2 of the metal project. It is the 45 square job. We met John yesterday. We are just starting to get the panels on. As you can see, we got the whole front, highest part of the roof covered. This side's getting worked on, and within about an hour and a half, this whole top will be covered, ready for ridge, and we'll be moving on to the lower part. While they're doing this, I have my other guys on the ground. They're working on the herringbone soffit and the herringbone fascia wrap. Also the J-channel that goes around the whole house, cutting in the opening for all of the customer's soffits so we can get proper ventilation through the rest of the roof, solving John's issues. So we're here on the ground on John's house now. Metal's still going on up top, but the rest of my guys are down here. We're cutting an opening along the entire soffitted area. We have brand new herringbone aluminum soffit and J-channel and trim coil that will wrap around the fascia, come down and act as a J-channel to hold the soffit into place, and then each one will line this whole thing. And then you'll have proper ventilation from here. It'll be completely open. Before, all John had were these little plugs. And you can see these plugs do not allow much air into them. Those are clogged up with dust, with debris, with insulation. He was not getting proper ventilation at all. And that's led to a lot of his ice damming issues. So we're just finished up here over at Jack's home. We put a beautiful metal roof on. We ripped off all his soffit, fascia, redid everything, opened up his ventilation and installed all new aluminum soffit, all new custom color gutters, opened up some ventilation on the back. Jack, are you happy with your home?
Oh, we really love the roof.
How was
It's a
your?
great look.
Yes, it does. Everyone. See, we got somebody stopping now just to see. How was your experience with Stellar?
Good.
Was
good.
it stellar?
Yeah, the installation turned out good. So really like the looks of it.
Yeah, beautiful. Brought out your home, brought out all the stone. The stone and the color of the roof really, pops now. So we're happy to have you as a customer. We're glad you chose Stellar. We'll be with you for a lifelong roof.
All right. Sounds good. Thank you.
Bye.
Hey, thanks for visiting our channel. If you see anything that you like, let us know. Give us a thumbs up. If there was something that you didn't like, why don't you go ahead and keep that to yourself? Just kidding. You can give us a little comment in the bottom and let us know what we're doing great and what you'd like to see in the future. Any future videos you'd like to see from us, we definitely want to hear from you and address those. And we hope you enjoyed your time here with Stellar Roofing.